I'm being possessed by
Looks
Disney.
uncomfy.
Yeah, I did. I just did a video before you guys were on. So I got like one of those mystery boxes, but it was like a pin set.
Can you? How about this? Like, take the pin off and put it back on there, and just really quick, just slam on your fucking chest.
Oh,
like
okay.
That.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
You mean the protection thing? Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I don't like myself, so.
Just jab some metal into your
Do it hard
chest.
enough, where if you pull it back as a comic, just a little string of blood.
You just, or you just, if I was wearing like a light shirt, you just see a pool of blood.
It is a Death Stranding.
Oh, there you go.
Or even better, he does it too hard, and it's like stuck to it. It's embedded in his collarbone, so he can't pull the shirt out.
Oh no! I guess. Well, I do like Star Wars, so I guess I'll just keep it on forever.
Yeah, forever. Just do.
Forever.
Welcome to the podcast.
What's up, losers?
Episode.
Here's a John Wick pin.
Jonathan Wick. Johnny Boy
Jonathan-
Wick. Episode 46.
John Wick.
46.
Excommunicado.
Excommunicado. Did you end up getting a double steelbook?
Don't call me that.
Can't use that word.
Yeah, double steelbook. That's racist.
Did you do
Here's
it?
Cobra. Cobra.
Cobra.
Can't see it though. No, I didn't get it yet. I will when it comes out. I'm not really worried about that one.
Also, you had to come.
I was a worry. Oh no, my protector.
Also, you had to come to terms that you're spending $40 on that movie.
Yeah. I looked at that. I was just like, Jesus Christ, $40 on one movie.
It's a good movie, though.
Yeah, dude, worth it.
It's a good movie.
All right.
Nice
good
steelbook.
Like Alita, I figured would probably be hard to get, so that's why I pre-ordered it.
Yeah,
It's pretty hard.
That one is.
Yeah.
Episode 46. I'm Adrian. Got the boys here.
The boys.
Chris, Kyle, Casey.
Full squad.
Full squad.
Squad goals.
Yeah, thank God we didn't have Kyle on last week. It would have been a buzzkill the entire time.
That was a great podcast we had.
Well, I didn't even. I still haven't seen it. I'm not going to see it, so I have nothing to say about it.
about Marvel.
Yeah.
It's
We
gonna.
talked about Marvel.
It's gonna be hopefully a short podcast.
Not hopefully.
I took out all the news, so we're not doing news this week.
But we are doing nudes this week.
Yeah, dude.
Kyle, do it.
No balls.
All right.
He absolutely would.
No, don't do
Oh
it.
no. Ugh, gross.
No one see that.
Yeah, notorious.
We don't want to see that or edit it.
Notorious.
So this week we're gonna talk a bit about art of self-defense. A
Yep.
bit about that. Then we'll definitely get into a deeper dive on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And then just 4 trailers: Jojo Rabbit, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Zombieland, and the Rocko trailer, Rocko's Modern Life.
Rocko.
Static cling.
Easy week.
Rocko about the porn star himself.
Rocko's
Rocko-
Modern Life.
Rocko's Modern Life. That's what I meant.
All right.
Rocko's Modern Life.
Isn't there a porn star named Rocko?
I hope.
Yeah, it's her modern life.
Probably.
Modern Life. Probably. I like
Modern
everybody said
Life.
that. Y'all motherfuckers know there is.
No, I've never heard of a porn star named fucking Rocko.
Rocko's
That's
a good
terrible
name.
fucking nut.
The only reason why I know that, I know there definitely is.
Do you think
The
I
only reason
wasted?
why I know is
It's because he has the
I
longest.
waste the time
stream
learning
videos.
what a guy's name is in fucking porn. It's all. I don't care about what the guy's name is.
Sure you do.
Why not? Why not? What are you trying to say?
The girls
You
do.
don't respect him?
Men don't matter?
All men matter.
Well, no, their names don't.
Big dicks don't matter? Is that what you're trying to say? That's fucked up.
Is that what you've been watching this week?
Rocko from Mega 64 always talks about how like fucking the only person the only person that's famous that has my name is fucking some porn star named Rocko. Rocko something.
All right.
Also I watch his movies. He's really good.
Speaking of porn, what else did you watch, Gore?
I got the Criterion collection for Rocko's porn. Yeah, all 5,000.
Well-deserved
It
release.
was only $179
Spine 1000.
after sale.
That's not bad. That's half off at Barnes and Nobles. Gotta support those brick and mortar stores, baby.
What else did you watch?
No. I came back from 3 movies today. So Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
You had a long triple feature today.
Don't tell me what I had.
Well, it's a bit long considering Once Upon a Time's fucking 3 hours long with the previews and shit.
Yeah, well, that was long. I saw that. I saw Art of Self-Defense. And I went to go see Lion King and fucking the Dolby whatever just to see, because I saw it in a shitty theater. I was just like, all right, maybe this time it will be a little bit better. And I don't know. And it was about the same. it was completely fucking unnecessary. It looked nicer. I saw it in the Dolby Cinema thing, so it was nice looking, and that theater actually had like the rumbly seats on like Toy Story, where it was in the Dolby thing, and they have the rumbly seats. But when I watched Toy Story 4, it literally rumbled like once for like one part.
So
Dude, I'm just so upset that when I'm in Vegas next week, I was like excited. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be in a city with a Dolby theater. On the weekend, fucking Hobbs and Shaw comes out. They're playing Lion King and Dolby instead of fucking Hobbs and Shaw.
Fuck, dude.
Right?
Just see an IMAX and ask the guy behind you to just keep kicking your seat randomly.
The entire time.
Give him $5 $5 minutes.
It was like that was like the most aligned thing ever. I'm like, fuck. And you were saying when I first mentioned it, you're like, oh fuck yeah, Hobbs and Shaw, that's the movie to watch in Dolby. And I was like, fuck yeah, man. And
well,
fucking Lion King.
One of the movies to watch.
Wait, so
Lion King was pretty okay in Dolby, but whatever.
Sure, but I'd rather fucking watch Hobbs and Shaw.
Every time he roars in the fucking movie, I was like, ooh.
The Stampede was just like constantly like.
Oh yeah, Stampede. Yeah, Stampede was nuts.
He was like ready to be like Stampede. Yeah, he was in the movie. He's like, oh.
Now I know how fucking Kyle feels whenever there's a goddamn earthquake in LA.
I don't feel it, man.
Yeah, you assholes get Dolby for free.
Yeah, asshole.
It's in the middle of a quiet scene.
I like Kyle never feels it because it happens often.
At one point, the chairs are shaking so much you can't hear the fucking movie over all the rumbling.
Yeah.
It would be funny to see Hobbs and Shaw, the big one happens and the San Andreas Fault like fucking splits open.
Oh,
just
shit.
like the biggest earthquake. It's like, man, this is immersive.
Wait, I thought this was fucking.
The screen's getting farther away. You're like,
wow.
Or you're sitting in the seats and the fucking helicopter crashes and it doesn't rumble. It just jettisons everyone out straight out of the fucking seats.
Yeah, they put a lot of production value.
You'd be like, whoa! I knew it was Dwayne Johnson, but fucking, I'm trying to make.
You start watching Hobbs and Shaw and it ends in San Andreas.
Yeah. Weird. That's
what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to get to, but that movie's forgettable. Anyway, Dwayne and Shaw coming out.
Which is more forgettable, San Andreas or Skyscraper?
Oh, Skyscraper for sure.
Yeah.
Did that come out last year?
Yeah, that movie sucked
last year.
That movie sucked ass. Anyway, what else I saw Art of Self-Defense. So, that's it. What the fuck you want? That's it. Go. I'm done. Go away. Stop looking at me.
All right.
No, I don't think I saw anything else besides that.
Casey, what'd you watch?
I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I really haven't had. I'm seeing Art of Self-Defense Monday, but I don't care if you talk about it. The only other thing I started watching The Boys. I fucking love that show already.
Yeah, I want to see that.
It's so fucking good.
All right, Kyle, what'd you watch?
It's also I knew about it because Slipknot released a new single that has a bunch of seeds from it. I didn't think I love it. I didn't think the shows could be as fucking gory as it is.
Oh yeah, the trailers were fucked up.
No, they were fucked up, but it was like you didn't have literal, people blowing up into chunks of guts and viscera. Like it didn't go that crazy. And then
the girlfriend dies in the trailer in the first 5 seconds. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah, because the guy that can't stop fucking running runs around and hits the girl, and she fucking explodes in the trailer. I was like, Jesus Christ! Like. I heard the comics fucking graphic, but fuck. It's like, anyway, I won't watch it. I've heard it's really good. So
yeah, I'm fucking loving it. So
I'll watch anything with Carl Urban. So that's good.
Oh, of course. Except apparently a fucking sequel to Dread.
Yeah. Oh, maybe one day. You'll never know.
Kyle, what do you watch?
Outside of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, even though it's been 2 weeks, I really haven't seen much else in theaters. Hasn't really.
Wow, I thought you were a fucking fan of films.
Oh, okay. I've seen a bunch of like.
You, Gordon.
There we go. There's the truth. Now the truth comes out.
I'm just kidding. I don't care.
I've seen a bunch of like art movies, but I don't really want to talk I'm like,
Oh, go
I
ahead,
saw
talk
some.
to him. I want
I
to
saw
hear
some-
about like how the drapery looked and shit. I don't fucking care.
I saw some Bergman movies. I watched some movies by Vincent Gallo, the guy who got a blowjob from Chloe
Blowjob
Sevigny.
from Chloe Sevigny. Yes.
Hot scene. Good movie too.
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
It's necessary. That's what I call it.
sure, yeah, very very artistic.
Sure.
Yeah.
In my
A
class,
blowjob. Finish in your mouth.
in my class, we watched the Hitler movie Downfall. Remember that?
Oh
movie?
yeah, that was a really good movie. I mean,
it is a good
that
movie.
movie's a meme now because of the whole fucking
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
because
it's
of
so-
the Hitler scene, but
Yeah.
that whole
People
movie.
were like laughing hysterically at that one scene, the meme scene. But like, seeing it, because I don't think I've ever seen it where the actual subtitles, and it's like
Yeah.
really fucked.
Yeah,
it's
it
like
is.
really,
Oh yeah, it's
It's really good.
no, but it is a really really good movie.
That's a fucking joke.
And I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and just quickly, so we can talk about the actual movie when we get to it. But the I saw in probably the best presentation possible, Cinerama Dome.
Tarantino's house.
No,
right next to
no.
him, giving audio commentary.
There were two options I could have had. I could have watched in Tarantino's theater, but I chose like the bigger one, which is the Cinerama Dome, massive screen, 70 millimeters. I was like, all right, let's go. I went with my girlfriend. We saw it. Just a amazing experience to watch. It was pretty fucking awesome. Pretty awesome to see in Hollywood.
I saw it at a shitty theater where I was all the way in the front of the screen, all the way to the right. So you guys suck my dick. How about that?
Jesus, dude.
Suck my dick
Was it
right.
sold out?
I went to go. Yeah, it was sold out, but I got my ticket. I just got there like 5 minutes after the trailers already started. So
My show.
I got an
mine
early
was-
screening too, so I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, mine was an early screening that got weird because it was supposed to start at 4:15. It's 4:25 and it hasn't started. It was like 4:27 and it starts and it just starts in the Regal. I saw it at AMC and it starts at the AMC thing and then the movie starts. I asked someone that went out to ask the manager if they went out to see if they forgot to turn it on or whatnot. Apparently, the managers didn't show any of the previews because to quote what the manager said, you've seen all this. What he said to me is, "You've seen all this shit already, so what's the point of sitting through it? Just you want to see a good movie, wait till the fucking movie started."
All right. Okay.
I've never been in a fucking weird experience like that before, where managers just said, "Fuck the previews, we'll just start the movie."
Which that's really silly because all the trailers I got. I mean, I came 5 minutes late, but every trailer after that I got was like fucking trailers I never saw in a theater before. Like the Queen and Slim trailer.
Yeah, there were a lot of
The
like.
only one was Terminator. I got Terminator.
This
again.
one
I'm
we
fucking
talked.
sick of seeing it.
We talked about it a few weeks ago about how AMC's trying to push that artisan shit. This
Yeah.
is
I don't know
definitely-
how.
no,
this
no,
is
I
one of
think
them.
I
I
don't
think
know
at
how
all
the
my
fuck this is artisan film.
I know,
Well, no,
I
I
don't get it
think-
either, but this was definitely the first one that felt like they were definitely pushing that because like I think
Well,
out
at my
of,
theater, I think
why are
the
you
only
interrupting me?
trailers they were showing was before it was Good Boys and what's it called?
Oh yeah, Good Boys. I got it also.
And Charlie's Angels. They were only showing those two in front of the rest of the showings. Nothing else.
anyway, a lot of the trailers I had were that one. Anyway,
You know what's weird is I only got one trailer. It was Joker.
Okay. That one
I
makes
don't know. I don't know why.
hell yeah. Anyway, Kyle,
All right,
that
that's
what
what
you
I watched.
cool. No, I think I just watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood this week.
Well,
Good times.
wait, you didn't see Self Defense?
I watched that last week.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but every time I see the trailer for Good Boys, I fucking every time the fucking the fuck off Stranger Things is a joke that no, I don't know
Dude,
why. That's the
In
joke
the
that
new
always,
trailer.
in the new trailer.
Yeah, I'm with
That's
you.
always a line that fucking gets me. It's just
Yeah.
fuck off Stranger Things.
I love the Fox one. The Fox.
Yeah.
Really
What happens if a fox
Oh,
gets it, sees a squirrel? It's gonna fuck it to death.
fuck it to death. I like just the hump motion. Like,
Yeah.
it sees a squirrel. I mean, it sees a squirrel and fucks it to death. It's like, damn. It's good. It's a good trailer. It starts off weird, that new trailer, but the old dumbass fucking Annabelle joke in there.
Yeah.
What?
There's a little sister named Annabelle who she keeps like reappearing in different parts of the room, and I guess it's supposed to be a joke on fucking Annabelle movies because that's fucking what happens in those where they just now they're everywhere. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be a joke of that, or is it supposed to be like, oh, the sister's weird and her name's Annabelle, and it's just a fucking coincidence.
Dude, I've seen the Good Boys trailer, like one of them, almost every fucking
every
time
R-rated movie, every R-rated movie I go to, I see
even PG-13.
Even I see that and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So
Yep.
it was weird to see a movie today that didn't have those two trailers together because, of course, I was watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Why
So
are they still playing it?
I'll be like, what the fuck? It's just a little taste.
I love that trailer though. I was okay watching it every single time.
It's a great trailer.
Cool. So then let's just get into it. Let's talk about the art of self-defense first.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be a quicker one.
Mark that down. All right. Kyle, what'd you think about it?
All right. So I saw this movie like 2 weeks ago, and I love movies that completely go off in completely strange directions.
Yeah, halfway through that movie, it fucking turns into something else.
I loved it.
No spoilers.
I fucking loved it too.
Yeah, so we're doing so impressions, no spoilers for the first.
Yeah,
right.
round.
But an awesome thing, it reminded me of a really good Lanthimos movie. That super dry sort of
you know what?
style and dialogue.
Yeah, that's a connection I was thinking of because when I left that, I was like, that was one of the most driest movies I've ever seen, and I forgot like how long it's been since I've watched it. Fuck The Favorite, because that one was not the film that I wanted,
exactly, right?
But like, it's been a while since I've had a movie that was just like that dry and just how it fucking got to me.
I don't see it like that. I see it as like someone just took a dark comedy and just went like even darker. And went to like the most extreme end of just like, I don't want to spoil it, but they switch genres. It feels like at one point because at first it's just like it feels like if it's Yorgos Lanthimos, as I say it, I don't know. I feel like I have to say one accent if I say his name, but it feels like if he actually legit made a comedy, like just a straight up comedy, and then said, you know what, halfway through he's just like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to what I usually do, and then halfway through he's just like, all right, now I'm doing like shit I did with Killing a Sacred Deer and The Lobster, but he still had to keep some of that stuff from the first half or whatever, and I thought it worked.
I kind of agree with Kyle that was actually the tone that I've been trying to feel for that movie. That makes a lot of sense to me. Because
I didn't disagree with Kyle.
But I wouldn't even put it under. Like,
I said like halfway through, it felt more like one of those. I wouldn't say the whole movie did.
Okay.
Because the first half really just felt like it's an awkward guy. You know? It's not Killing a Sacred. If you watch Killing a Sacred Deer and this, it's not even close.
No, I know, but I love the dry line delivery. Just
I think everyone kind of did that too. And the thing that differentiates it from Lanthimos is like every single like line of dialogue in a Lanthimos movie like has some weird ironic like underlining to it.
It's strange in a funny way. Like not strange in like you're fucking like you're getting creeped out. It's just like strange and like what the fuck? Why do you talk about his jerking off his dad? What are you? I don't want to know about that.
Right, and it kind of turned into
it's fun. Like if you knew that person in real life and they told you that, you'd be creeped out. But in a movie, it's kind of funny because the movie is so serious for the most part.
Oh man.
And then
I need to watch that movie again soon.
And then like the kids crawling, they can't use their legs. It's just like,
do you love me? I'm gonna make Dad love me more.
I'm gonna make Dad love me more. They can't walk.
And doing the spinneroonie.
And then
miss it.
With the rifle.
All right, Casey,
it's
impressions.
Funny,
I'm seeing it Monday.
You didn't see it.
Oh yeah, you didn't. Well,
no.
Okay, let's talk about it.
That's why I was trying to not spoil anything.
Well, no, you could spoil it. I already had it spoiled for me from someone who just went on a 10-minute rant summarizing the whole fucking movie for me.
Okay, all right, then we can just spoil it.
All right, spoiler talk.
Yo, that's it.
Yo, don't trust karate dojos from strip malls.
Don't trust karate dojos
from strip malls.
In strip malls, yeah. No, just don't trust them. Don't trust them.
Right, dude. I fucking love his flip to when he's just looking at titties on his computer.
Right.
He just and then he just
I like how that's the first thing you want to bring up.
No, that was his chain when he just came down there and then he just punched his fucking boss in the throat, walked to the people that were talking shit on him. I just punched him in the throat.
I just punched him in the throat. And I like he assumed the role of one of them, too. He's like, you get up. So let's do push-ups. That's why I don't think it's like a Last of Us movie. That kind of shit is something you'd see in a really like Seth Rogen would produce a movie like this.
And then like that, and then when he had when he wore his own yellow belt and then gave belts to everyone else.
He gave actual belts that are just different colors. I just love the whole conversation. It's like he gave the sensei a black belt. It's just a regular belt.
Yeah, like a black
belt.
Makes so much sense.
He's like, I love this because it's like it looks like my actual belt, and also it holds my pants up. Like he's never heard of a fucking belt.
You know what was fucking hilarious too? Was how jarring that scene was when they're like, all right, we're done for the night. Let's cool off, and the guy just stripped.
Oh yeah, they just started taking all the clothes. I was like, what the? Because I knew that they were taking their clothes off. I was like, are we gonna see a dick? That was just in my mind. I was like, we're about to see a dick.
I like how the sensei's like, oh, maybe you're not ready for this. Let's put you in a enclosed room with this girl who's gonna give you a massage.
I'm sorry, she's not nearly as masculine, so you're not gonna get the full effect.
She has woman hands. I was just like, that's so fucked up.
Aaron just apologized, no cuss, like, I'm sorry that you had to be in here with me.
Sorry, you have to be here with a hot woman. It's like,
oh man.
And like the whole
with
thing
the most
with
unfortunate name, by the way. Can I just say the actress's name? Imogen Poots. Unfortunate name. Yeah, I like her a lot. Actually, she's been in a bunch of stuff. She was in Fright Night. Didn't you meet her?
Probably.
Yeah, I think she was in Fright Night. Actually, I could be wrong. I think she was. But anyway.
What are you gonna say, Kyle?
The whole stuff with the dog was just like I think that really.
That was fucked up, dude.
That was fucked up. See, and that's also a thing that I don't think you like. I feel like it was messed up, but it wasn't like spinning in your living room.
I don't know. And I love the line when the vet talked to him. So what happened? It looked like he got punched.
I love that.
In the form of a kick.
It looked like did he say the opposite way? It was just like, I think someone kicked him, but we got the impression of a punch.
Yeah, it was one of them.
It was one of them.
But it was so serious.
But there's like 5 times in the movie where the movie feels like it needs to spell it out for the audience what's happening. Yeah, no. But it's done in a funny way. It's done in like a funny, like obvious, like it's obviously.
Or one of my favorite parts was when the old bald dude stuck in a night class.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, hey, come here. Just fucking
breaks his fucking arm. I was like Jesus Christ.
Right?
Poor guy.
Oh man. Oh, what a good. I had so much fun during that movie.
Yeah, that was a really fun movie.
And you guys love the title card at the end?
Yeah, dude, the ending just in general is so
big ass fucking like in heavy metal writing. Fucking, you couldn't even read it.
Dude, my audience got the biggest laugh when he's listening to heavy metal in the car. He looks over, the family looks back at him, and just rolls the window up.
And he just like turns it up water. I like right when he listens to heavy metal, like immediately after that is when he punches his fucking boss in the throat and goes and like assumes the role of one of those fucking accounting
it makes him do push-ups.
Yeah, let's do push-ups.
Related to that,
my audience actually loved this movie. I was actually really happy because I thought it would be like one of those kind of weird, like, this audience might not get it or anything.
I don't get it.
My audience really got it. That was weird.
Yeah, my audience got it too.
And I love how fucking much of a like suck up he was. His boss was like, hey, you haven't been back. I paid for your next paycheck out of my own pocket.
Yeah, I felt so bad for the boss.
Punted his boss in there and said, I'll just think of your wife at the barbecue. And there's some
masturbate while thinking of your wife in that bikini during the barbecue. I felt bad for
the boss. Just like some chill dude. Came out with paid his own paycheck out of his own pocket and said, like, take all the time you need.
And he punched the throat and then talked shit about him in front of all the other assholes. He's like, yeah, I just punched the boss in the fucking throat. You want to sit down with us? He's like, but all the seats are taken. He's like, I'll take yours. It's so good. I love that whole scene. That whole scene's great.
Yeah.
I wish they could give an Academy Award for a scene.
Yeah.
Best scene in a movie of 2019. That one.
That's one of those movies I definitely want to watch.
And
again when it
also
comes
the
out.
final showdown was fucking amazing.
Oh my god!
Oh,
yeah.
dude, dude, you knew it was gonna happen, even though they were trying to like pull it back and say it's really not gonna happen.
Yeah, because
He's
they kept
actually
showing
gonna
the
fight him.
11th rule. They kept
Yeah.
showing that throughout the entire movie. You're like, that's gonna come into play later.
Yeah, and that was such a fucking good shot too. Just right when
Yeah.
he's like ready to pull his arms, it just fucking shoot him.
Yeah, yeah. And then he talks shit to his corpse. He's just like, you know what? You think I'm a pussy, but guess what? You're dead and I'm not. So, fuck you.
And I like the concept that he just played along with it, put his finger in his fucking forehead and said,
Good Chekhov's gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they mentioned that earlier. It was just like the Grandmaster.
The
or whatever
old
they call-
sensei. Yeah.
the old- yeah, Grandmaster. Thing,
Which
right?
it's.
You could fucking kill somebody, but just like jamming their index finger right into their brain.
And I love how they also referenced that dude, the bald dude didn't know that actually meant that signifies a kill, the red part.
Yeah.
It
He
actually was.
made a joke and said it's about a kill, but then he was just like, no, it's like for something else. Instructors get it or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then later on, it actually does mean that.
Oh man, I love that movie. That was a good time. That was like
It was-
I think I watched maybe one trailer on that, I think, and then I just kind of forgot about it. So that
That was great.
Oh, I heard good stuff about it. I remember I enjoyed it when I watched it, but I was like one of those. I was like, I'm not gonna watch it anymore. I'm just gonna step away from it, take my mind out of it, because I know I'm gonna watch it. Just try to go in as blank as I can, man. That was a good time.
It's a good time. Go see it if it's in your dollar theater. Sadly, I don't think this movie's doing well.
It's at some AMC's.
Yeah, it was at mine.
It wasn't at mine actually. I had to go watch that.
An artist.
I had to go to Cinemark to watch that, which was nicer because it was like I gotta go back to my old theater. I used my one free ticket I had over from using Movie Club during the Avengers opening. So I got all my 20% off of everything. I had that one ticket. It was about to expire. I'm like, fuck it, let's go watch that movie. And man, it was a good time.
It was a good movie.
All right,
Good.
I like that movie a lot.
cool. Anyone else have anything about that?
There's a lot of good jokes that aren't jokes. Like one of my favorites is how when he asks him like what kind of music do you listen to, and he says adult contemporary. He says, "Oh, listen to heavy metal," and it comes back when he goes to the music store and he looks. And there's like a shit ton of like adult contemporary, and
There's
one.
then right after that, heavy metal.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of stuff like that, and this movie goes places, and I'm so happy. Like it was so original and so fucking cool, and yeah.
The whole thing, the whole backstory behind the dojo, actually, I mean, not that it makes sense.
I think it's
not like it's not like you understand why they do it. It's just like there's a reason. It's not just like, oh, they're just evil.
It felt like it was gonna be a weird way to get to there. Like I felt like there was like definitely like there was like a slight moment of like jarriness that I felt like after he had killed the guy on camera, and then like he was trying to come back, and he ended up coming back again just to do his paperwork. I felt like there was like a weird transition there, but then they still brought it back though. They were able to reel me back in. Because it was definitely like just like some weird hump right there with pasting or like writing was just weird there. That was the one part of my head where I kind of stepped out for a second. I was like, oh. But
the only thing I find weird is the whole cop aspect. There's not really much of it, obviously, but there's a whole thing about people getting mugged, obviously, and there's one cop that they actually do end up killing.
Doesn't really come back.
That doesn't come back. You'd think it would in some way, but I guess that wasn't the main focus. It was just there to have some danger, I guess, just to show he can fucking kill somebody, I guess.
Right, but that was definitely a disconnect because he was definitely a good guy, but
oh yeah, he was a good guy.
aside from when he punches his good ass boss in the throat.
Well, and he also punches that one for the drunk guy that didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I guess he was kind of tricked to do that, to be fair.
Yeah, he thought that was a good
Well, I guess also the police officer did immediately shoot. What's her name? Immediately, like she was just walking towards him. So.
yeah.
I don't know. There was some. That was like that was probably the weirdest moment ever. But
yeah, that was weird.
That was fine. Like, whatever.
It felt like it was leading into some kind of cop thing, which I'm actually happy they didn't do because I already imagine it like a detective rolling up on the crime scene or some shit. It's just like
I think they
he's
could
like,
have
it's one of ours or something.
They could have gone without it and just maybe had him get injured or something, and that was it. But
yeah, it could have just been a random guy that like, it could have just not been a cop.
Yeah,
it could have just been a regular guy that had
good.
a cop that had a gun.
Had a cop. Regular guy that had a cop.
Yeah, he had a guy who threw him out.
Yeah, that was the one weird part, but otherwise I'm fine. I was able to get rolled back in.
I think all
it
the
wasn't
shit.
the one weird part. There was a lot of weird parts, but it was the one
where
weird.
the old white guy just hanging there.
I love it. He just take. Are you talking about the guy in the diner? He just like takes that guy's newspaper.
Oh, no,
I
I
think
was going to.
yeah.
I was saying that old white guy that got his hand broken. He was hanging.
Oh yeah.
That
I
guy
was
just
thinking
got
of
the shit end of it, dude.
I was thinking that's another great scene. It's just like when he goes to coffee. No, I just want coffee black now, or whatever. And he goes to that guy, takes
He's
his
such a
newspaper, he's
badass.
like, this is mine now. And the old guy's just like, it's like him doing it. He just sits there. All right, he just sits at his table. It's good.
Scene where he's
Funny.
crying in the car.
Yeah, when the guy in the red pickup truck fucking like he's like, cry. He doesn't even like do like anything like too overly masculine to him. He's just like, oh, you know karate, huh? Yeah, you do. And then he like pushes him once.
Yeah.
And that was immediately.
And then the cut to him just crying.
Driving.
All right. Anyway, anything else to say about that before we move on?
Yeah, just real quick. I think the whole mythos around like the Grand Sensei is like total bullshit. Like I think it's the white Sensei guy. I think it's just him like trying to build a mystique because this is just some crappy like karate dojo place. Like the fonts on the place itself is just like super generic. It's just called a karate dojo.
Yeah.
So
karate dojo.
I just find like everything about that guy is so sketch that you can't really. It makes me think back on what he said earlier in the movie.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
total bullshit.
With the
Total
Grandmaster and stuff. I believe the Grandmaster was real, but I don't think he was a good guy at all. I think he was pretty much exactly the same as.
Also, I forgot one of
Sensei.
my other favorite parts was when he came in pissed off and the way he fucking showed it was. He
Oh
had
yeah,
spit
yeah. He
on-
just stepped on the mat. He's like, I'm thirsty, and he's poured all the mat. It's good.
Good ass movie. That was a fun.
Good
time.
ass movie.
Great.
Good ass movie.
It's not. I wouldn't say a quick sit, but it's like it's a good runtime, and it goes by.
It grabs your attention.
Yeah, I always feel like I need to talk about runtime nowadays because too long.
Boy, howdy, are they long.
Speaking
Yeah.
of runtime, let's talk about Once Upon a Time in
Tom
Hollywood.
Cruise. Oh,
Yeah.
that boy likes to
He's
run.
running a lot.
All right.
Right.
Casey, yeah, you didn't talk last time. What are you feeling about this? Let's do non-spoilers again for the first round of impressions.
I'll say I fucking love this movie. I love Tarantino movies, but God, it was great considering. I was a bit worried when I heard it was, take place during the Manson,
Yeah.
like the height of the Manson family and stuff. So I was like, all right, so this is going to be them and how they get wrapped up. But like I said, this is not going into spoilers or anything, but I like how the movie doesn't focus on that too much. It just mostly focuses on Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and Margot Robbie. That was just so great. It reminded me a lot of Pulp Fiction, not just with the cuts and the music, but also just how it kept jumping focus between the characters. Like
Right.
like no two scenes were one character. Each scene was a different character,
Right.
which I think it always makes it a little more interesting, a little easier to follow and wrap your head around things with his movies. But
Right.
God, that's easily one of my favorite movies of his.
Cool.
And this year?
Oh, yeah.
Kyle.
Hated it.
No, I really enjoyed it, and I was kind of worried
Okay.
because I haven't seen a Tarantino movie in a while, and I haven't really thought about it too much. But no, I did really enjoy this movie, and it shows that Tarantino's really it only took him 9 movies, but he is genuinely maturing because there's way more subtext and stuff with his movies, and for most of it, there's no extreme violence for the most part.
Yeah.
And,
I feel like every Quentin Tarantino movie at the last 20 minutes he just goes fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, but I feel like his characters here are way more grounded and just very interesting, like how he handled his characters this time. And we'll talk more about it, but I thought the ending was very worthy of being talked about.
yeah.
So-
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
kudos,
All right, we'll
though.
talk-
Really
we'll
good
talk about
movie.
it. Chris.
It's his first real character movie, where he's not focusing on events so much as the characters themselves,
Or
which made it
style
so
or anything like
Sure.
that.
yeah.
Sure. All right. I liked it a lot. I loved it. I like it. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah, no, the whole movie was great. I loved how they set up all these characters because it was just like it was very, very much like we didn't need to follow them at every single point of their life. Like we didn't need to see Rick Dalton like at his lowest point. Yeah,
it's a slice of life, you know.
It's a slight, for the most part it is. But it's just like we follow him in a certain point of his career, and it's not going so well, and then it goes well, and then maybe not so well, whatever. But you know, like we follow not even him, we follow his stuntman, who's it's just a very not odd character, but there's a reveal very early on in the movie that makes you immediately go, ooh. It's like, because you like him at first, because he's kind of just like, he's living in a trailer, you don't know why, and then later on, it's revealed. Like,
we'll talk about it in a second.
But like his character actually interested me way more than any of the other characters. But you know, like there's a lot of really great supporting actors in here. Al Pacino, a lot of great ones. Even Margaret Qualley, I think her name is. Who played the one Manson girl. She was
Lena Dunham.
Lena Dunham didn't annoy me. I'm surprised she was barely in it, but even like, you know, Luke Perry, who passed away, he was in it. Real quick scene.
Kurt Russell was fantastic.
He did narration also.
We knew from the trailers, but God, Mike Moe was even
Mike Moe, as Bruce Lee.
Better than us. So like, I'm biased because of boxing. Like I love boxing. I've been around it. So as soon as he kept comparing himself to Sonny Liston, I was just like fucking losing. I had the biggest fucking grin on my face.
He kept comparing himself to he
Ali and Sonny Liston.
Yeah, Cassius Clay. Yeah. So yeah, no, he was great. I even thought that in the first trailer, where like you just see him for a good amount of time, and it's just like, whoa, like like I've seen a few movies where they try to get Bruce Lee's guys up to play Bruce Lee, and they never work out. This guy was great. Like Quentin Tarantino nailed that. And whoever the casting director is, of course, it's not just him. Everybody was great in this. It was a very simple story. It was just follow this one guy's life. We follow this stuntman's life. It's really simple. There's not really too much. I mean, it's all leading up to what we assume is going to be the Manson murders, of course, because he's in it. He's only in it one scene, which I was actually surprised by.
Yeah, really, just like a cameo.
I was surprised by that, but I liked it. I like that.
Yeah, it's not really a spoiler. I mean, he's in it. Okay. Yeah, it was great. It was terrific. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't spoiling it, so I just wanted to mention that he's barely in it.
Spoilers alert.
Spoiler: Charles Manson is a real person.
What?
Dude, I fucking loved it. I fucking had so much fun.
I
had read the whole, and I think I recommended it to you, Kyle. We talked about it before. It was the whole Helter Skelter book. Yeah. It's funny because me and Chris talked about this a lot. We didn't know which way the fucking movie was going at all during the trailers. Like we watched it, I know what it's about, but I don't know where they're gonna go with it. And
because I was worried.
I'm still, and I know I wasn't necessarily worried, but I was like,
I was worried.
I wasn't at all, but I was like, I know it's about.
I'll tell you why I was, but
but I was like, no, it's about this. I think it's because you just wanted them to handle it right, you know.
Yeah, and Quentin Tarantino doesn't. I mean, he doesn't really do true stories. I mean, he might set it in a true history and time, but
right. So, but I knew that I didn't really have that because I don't have attachment to Quentin Tarantino really, but I knew what this was. I didn't. And just throughout the movie, I just like, where are you going with this? This is gonna lead somewhere. And in my head, I was trying to piece back the times too, because it started in February, and I'm like, it didn't happen in February. It happened, I thought, in August. Then we just do a quick 6-month jump and straight into August. Then we're doing the timestamps, and I'm like, I still don't know where we're going with it because some of the facts aren't lining up with the facts. And sure enough, sure enough, like I'm not gonna say anything else. We'll go into spoiler talk, but man, I had a giant grin on my face like the entire time. So many of the fucking jokes were just so good.
Oh my god! Yeah.
All right, but yeah, let's just jump into spoiler talk.
All right,
let's do it. All right, so
dude. The second the first thing happened, that final scene where everything pays off.
Oh, yeah, right.
My theater fucking lost it. I was like, this is a 2.5 hour of payoff that I am just so fucking happy about. This is such a good payoff right now.
With my theater, it wasn't even the dog attack didn't get too much, my theater lost it when what was her name, like Megan or something, when she rushed Cliff and he just fastballed a fucking can of dog food
right.
in your
Yeah.
face. Me and the theater fucking lost.
That should turn into John Wick.
Some of my theater was clapping.
It was great,
dude. That should turn into John Wick quick at the end.
You
got the dog.
No. But the best thing about it was John Wick with the dog in the can, but it wasn't because they kept screaming. The girl kept fucking screaming the entire scene. And dude, I swear to God, I fucking was like on the verge of tears when Leonardo DiCaprio comes back and throws out the fucking flamethrower. He walks into his fucking shed, and the first frame, I can see the tip of the fucking flamethrower. I swear to God, I was like, no.
Well, because the whole movie until then was pretty realistic. Like there was a lot of tension. It's very much a Quentin Tarantino movie where most of it is like very tense and very realistic, and then out of fucking nowhere it goes nuts. It's just like motherfuckers use a flamethrower, using dog cans as well.
As soon as you started walking out of the shed, I just covered my face. I'm like, oh my God, please tell me this isn't happening. This isn't happening. And he held the flamethrower. I'm like, I actually put my arms up in the air. I'm like, yes. As he burns to death a girl who is half submerged in a fucking pool.
Dude, we just got like an alternate reality payoff of a bunch of fucking assholes.
Yeah, right.
Like, I love the fucking twist. As soon as he walks out to confront them, I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna fucking go for his house instead.
When that started, I was a bit worried at first because I remember Quentin did say, like in his during the press tours and stuff, that he actually he personally met with Deborah Tate and got her permission to do the ending.
Wow.
So I was like, all right, when he said that, I'm like, all right, we're clearly not going with history, so what the fuck's gonna happen? When I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, it was worth it.
They really do fuck with you thinking that it's gonna happen to them because like they're giving you narration that doesn't matter at all anymore. Like there's narration saying like then they're doing this in the house and like and again like even though the facts didn't line up, like the second that they were confronted outside and the second that she takes off with the car, facts aren't lining up. But they're still keeping you facts lined up in there saying like, oh, they're doing this and that's when they were doing that. Oh, she went to the room to read. That's when she went to the room to read.
It turns into like Dateline or something, where they're giving you the play-by-play of what happened right before the murder or the incident happened.
Yeah, but the moment I knew it wasn't going to happen was when the girl in the car said, "You know what? All the people in our childhood, like all of them besides, I love Bruce." Yeah, right there, I was like, they're going to go fucking murder. Because I knew there's no way in hell they wouldn't have nothing to do with what's going to happen at the end. At that point, it's not. There's no way he's drunk. He's fucking making margaritas. He already screamed at the dude. I thought that it was going to go down there. Like the guy was just going to like fucking freak out there
on him or something.
Yeah, or he was just going to straight up because. Fucking Quentin Tarantino likes to kill a character out of fucking nowhere that you wouldn't expect to die. I just thought Leonardo DiCaprio was fucking dead right there. I thought Rick Dalton was gonna get shot right in his face.
It was really good tension there.
And I thought because they had the margarita thing there, I thought he was gonna shoot him through them. Like it was gonna be like a fucking a nice shot of just him getting shot. Like the margarita gets shot through, you just see it go. Yeah, and his ass just dead there.
What a good! He just drinking out of the.
Yeah, he's just drinking margarita.
That takes a giant swig of it, but takes a swig without taking his eyes off text. That was fucking great.
Also, okay, so, and we'll get back to the rest of the movie here. I fucking love that line where he's like, "I'm the devil." Nah, I was dumber than that.
I was dumber than that. And like later on when it's all said and done, he's just like, he says, I'm the devil. And he said, what was he going to do? He's gonna, I don't know, he's going to do some devil shit. Brad Pitt is so fucking good. So I love Brad Pitt in this movie.
So much payoff, and Brad Pitt's character is so fucking good.
As he's being loaded into the ambulance, he's like, "I'll come visit." No, just look after Brandy. She might be a little shook up. It's like Brandy's in bed with his, and meanwhile he's saying the dog's in bed with his wife. Like after all that shit, and also just I love the fact that Cliff keeps his even on acid. Cliff keeps his cool that entire time until he realizes someone shoved a knife in his ass, at which point he loses his fucking shit.
Yeah.
Not because he's been stabbed, but because he's been stabbed in the ass.
He fucking destroys that one, too.
Dude, I like the scene earlier where he's like, "All right, fix my tire." fuck you. And he's like, all right.
The whole scene before
as
that
the
was pretty
girls
awesome.
walk up, he's
Right.
like, ladies, and then punches them a third time.
Dude, again, like Quentin Tarantino likes to kill his characters out of nowhere sometimes. So I thought Brad Pitt was done there because I was like going through my memory of the trailers. I was like, did we see any other scenes of him like after all of the scenes that already happened? And I was like, I don't think so. So when he was going to check on Bruce Dern's character in the bedroom, I thought they were just gonna. I mean, at this point, I thought it just should be alternate history anyway. These people don't actually exist. Rick Dalton and Cliff Booth. So I was just like, are they just gonna kill them right here? Like they're gonna do some crazy shit? And I was just like, and it was really tense too, because you're thinking Bruce Dern's dead in there. No, he's alive.
Yeah, all that shit about like, hey, dude, like don't go in there. He's taking a nap. Like, like it's obviously.
I guess that's what they say. He was taking a nap.
And he was so pissed off when he woke up.
blind.
Yeah, it's like, who are you? I'm Cliff Booth. John Wilkes Booth?
John Wilkes Booth.
No, it's Cliff.
I'm blind.
He just sounded a little disgruntled. Yeah.
I'm blind. He goes, the redhead in the front.
Yeah, with the redhead. Well, I just said I'm fucking blind.
It's really good. It's a great.
Tarantino did a really good job of demystifying the entire like fascination with the Manson stuff, because they're just a bunch of fucking morons and dipshits who got blinded by some fucking asshole with some charisma. So that whole scene when they're in the ranch and the ending was very like cathartic to be like fuck you.
It's true
and all
because
that shit.
if you do read about it in real life, they were a bunch of idiots. Like there was so much they should not have gotten away with that they got away with. That it's astounding. But now it's kind of funny. That was Quentin Tarantino saying, "Hey, look, if we had two even competent idiots to show up there, they would have fucked these guys up."
Yeah.
Right.
And they lost their fucking car.
Yeah. Right?
As soon as she's like, oh, I forgot it back there, I'm like, is she about to steal the car?
Yeah.
As she's driving off my head, I'm like, she just stole the fucking car.
Because she was in the car looking worried as fuck too. So it's like she's.
So if you're talking about the Bruce Lee scene where they're fighting, throws
that
her
was
into the car, and then when the wife comes out,
fucks Bruce Lee up.
Yeah, I didn't get fucked up. Yeah, well, did you see that part in the car? My fucking car!
My fucking car!
Why was the car right there anyway? It was like, they're about to do some fucking action.
What was her line? Go to wardrobe, take off the fucking clothes, and get the fuck out. And,
it was like,
and then Kurt Russell's like, no, I'll take it. Go to wardrobe, take off the fucking clothes, and get out of here. And he just paraphrases exactly what she said.
He dropped
he said it a little bit more calmer, but she was just like, get and fuck off or something like that. She said, yeah, fuck off my lot or whatever.
That was great, not just because the scene was great, but you think this is something that happened, and then all of a sudden it cuts back to Cliff on the roof. You're like, oh shit, was that all just a flashback?
I do like my favorite part of the trailer that I was always quoting was whenever he fucking like, I'm glad that had the longest cut, and the longest.
Holy fuck! I love that fuck.
That was scene. Great. You're up there, sound like a fucking bamboo. No.
He has the breakdown. Can we start over? No, just can we start over? He stands up. They come back. All right, I'm fucking Rick Dalton.
It's just like, he looks in the mirror. He's looking in the mirror. He's just like, you fuck this up, I'm gonna blow your fucking brains.
Yeah, he's like, all right, we're done drinking. We are done drinking. We are done drinking.
I'm done drinking. Grabs the flask. Fuck it. Takes a swig. Throws it out.
Spits it out.
No, I'm done.
It's great.
I love that long take of that one scene because I actually kind of get to invested in whatever the fuck they're filming.
Right. I want him to nail it. I want him to nail that line.
And it was a long cut, like the way it went, but it was cool because it was long cuts, but they were cutting in the middle of their own thing, so you kind of got to see the reverse. And they pan it back around to where it was and do that whole cut again.
Yep.
I have an affinity for when there's movies inside movies when you see actors go into another actor's role. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was super cool to see, and they kind of formulated that really well in there.
Yeah.
And then I also love when the scene from the trailer where the little girl's like, oh, this is the, you're the best, that was the best acting I've ever seen. And then it's just a solid minute of Rick crying, just leading up to Rick fucking Dalton, and then cocking the gun. Dalton.
I love their dynamic. Like, it's funny because they do really try to make Brad Pitt's character look like some kind of bad guy, like you were mentioning. Like everyone around him
in the beginning,
aside from Leonardo DiCaprio. Everyone tries like, all right, oh, you know, he's bad news. This is that. He's so lovable and does not ever do a single thing in there that
Right?
makes you not like him.
And they show you a little snippet of him and his wife's relationship, and even though she shouldn't have died, obviously, she was an asshole. It's not like he just went nuts at one point. I guess he did, but it wasn't like he was just like, I'm just gonna kill my wife. Fuck it. It's just like immediately you just see her being a fucking asshole to him, so you understand why he might not like
killed
his wife.
her.
But he is the fucking world's best
First of all,
friend.
this ain't real. This ain't a real character. So it didn't actually happen.
But he's the world's best friend you could ever have.
Oh,
like,
yeah, right?
Always
He
there
jumps
for him.
on roofs to fix a fucking
He does
antenna.
that. He's always there. Even when he said, hey, man, you can't stay at my house anymore. All right, it's still fucking pushing all of his luggage in there and driving him.
Yeah, right?
He is the fucking best friend.
It was like during that first interview, like I fell in love with him right then and there, because he's like, it was either during the first, I can't remember if it was during that interview or right afterwards, where he's talking about, I drive him around and I do shit for him, and I love it. I'm just like, I fucking, right then and there, I'm like, this is a guy that loves helping his friend, and literally if that's all he did, he'd be satisfied with life. I'm like, you can't fucking hate this guy.
Yeah.
There's a really good line when I think
Don't cry in front of the Mexicans?
No. It was it was when he said he's more than a friend, but less than a wife, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
said that.
Someone said that.
I was like, that's a good way of putting it. Like, best bro
Kurt
ever.
Russell said that.
Yeah.
During the narration, like.
Right.
But yeah, pretty much. And I would have liked to see a little bit more of that relationship, just a little bit, but they do a good job of making it obvious that relationship was already a thing. You know, they've been around working together for 8 years at this point in the beginning of this, so. It made sense, you know. He does all the stuff for him. He likes it. And you can tell he likes it. Maybe the reason why he really likes it is because, I mean, what is he gonna do? He's gonna go back to a shitty trailer and like, like,
but
behind the theater.
I think it's not. I think it's more of just, you know, he accepts Cliff for who he is and like doesn't go with all the he killed his wife and stuff. He ignores all that and just sees him as the person he is.
Right. Yeah, sure.
It's also nice that aside from the wife murder, there wasn't really much flashbacks or stuff like that, like what you're saying, Chris, where it's just we join the characters at this point in their lives and we just focus on this point. Nothing that happened in the past or who they were growing up. It's refreshing to see that in a movie where we don't. Here's all the background on them. It's like you don't need the background here. Here's the character and watch them go.
Yeah, and the only time to get flashbacks is just like quick scenes, like with Rick Dalton trying out for The Great Escape when he's lying to fucking Timothy Olyphant's character. He's just like, I was on a short list. And I was like, that was it. And it keeps flipping back and forth to him actually trying out for the role, and you could tell it was like, hey, this ain't working.
3 days in the cooler. Are you still gonna be here when I get out?
Doesn't work. It's just like Steve. By the way, Damian Lewis as Steve McQueen was a really good.
Oh my god, he was fucking. He was fantastic, and I love his little thing. Just like Steve McQueen. Yeah, I also love it. His whole little monologue of you see him and her got married, but he loves her. So and then all three of them are together, and it's really fucking weird.
Yeah.
There should be a best animal performance thing for the Oscars, and the dog should win.
That's
the best boy, dude.
He is the best boy.
I
would say, you know, if John Wick's dog did a little bit more in that movie, then maybe we'd have some competition this year. But this dog did way more.
I love when he throws all the slop in there, and they just close up with the dog's tail wagging.
He's so fucking hungry, dude.
What is it? Pitbull, right?
Yeah.
What is with Pitbulls this year? Because you have John Wick. You have this one, and you have during E3, you had fucking what's his name, Punisher show up with his dog.
The art of self-defense.
Yeah, that wasn't Pitbull, but both of those dogs are good. Good dogs.
Well, they want to rewrite.
I don't know about those. I know. Yeah, John's was mostly because he's
Johnny Wick.
No, well, I meant Bernthal. He mostly tries to advocate for pit bulls whenever possible. So
there's a bad thing.
Saw that as another opportunity to.
Yeah. Well, after this movie, no one's gonna have to do that anymore because I was a good boy.
God,
Kill those Manson family fuckers.
I just love it. And then JC
That-
Brick comes back out and says, "What the fuck happened?"
Yes,
There's a bunch of fucking hippies, man.
And I torched one of them. You fucking
You
torched them how?
from that movie you had?
With my flamethrower. You got a fucking flamethrower?
No, he immediately knew where it was from, what movie he was from.
Flamethrower from the, what was it,
14 Fists of something, yeah.
Something.
The Nazi
Like,
movie.
Yeah.
It was really good.
And then, like, Sharon comes on the thing. He's like, is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. I'm just talking to Rick fucking Dalton.
It's really great to have a movie like this. Yeah.
And then also,
I feel because I came
good movie. Wow.
It's a good movie of the summer.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I saw a great movie right after this too, Art of Self-Defense. But I've been seeing a lot of really good movies lately. You know, Lion King.
Modest budget.
Yeah.
Pretty
This
decent
has a
budget.
$90 million budget.
Yeah,
I don't know about modest.
Dude, the set design on this movie was so
big.
fucking good.
oh,
I know, right?
I
Yeah.
love the set design.
Yeah, you can figure Quentin Tarantino will do well with set design. I mean, I know he's not the one who does it, but his movie.
I
that
loved
was
it,
good.
though.
And then, you know, it's no surprise, but as always, the fucking soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah.
I love the amount. You know, it's not surprising because he did it with Pulp Fiction and he does it every then. I like the amount of shots in this movie where it was a great, like, you know, song from 68, 69, 70 playing while they're driving, and it's just them driving with the music playing for a solid like 2 or 3 minutes. Those shots were just so good.
Yeah, you have that shot. I actually love the shot where it's
with their feet.
It's what's his name? Cliff. Cliff Booth. John Wilkes Booth. When he's driving home that one time, it's just he's speeding out of there. He's getting the fuck out of there.
He's drifting around corners.
Yeah, it's really good. It's just music playing. It's like really good camera work, just following them and stuff. It's really good. Like just stuff like that. Like long scenes is just people sit down talking or just driving or just doing normal everyday shit where it's not like every fucking second has to be like some action scene or some really important piece of news or something.
And then also when they had it like with the when they're driving, they had it with that 1960s camera angle where it was like in center of the car just behind the back seat.
Yeah.
It's
like those shots they had were I fucking loved.
It's funny you say that, Chris, is because my script writing class, the instructor was like talking about how like every scene should have a meaning behind it. But
I don't think for certain movies, sure.
But I don't necessarily think those scenes don't have meaning to them.
No. I didn't say they didn't have meaning. I just said it's just them talking.
No, and that's what I'm saying is that. But even like the long cuts of them just hanging there, I think even those scenes, those moments, still encapsulate like where they are in life. You know what they're doing in life.
Yeah.
So I think
I was thinking of the scene where he's talking to the girl, and that might be. When it comes to character development, that's the best scene in the movie, I think.
When she talks to the little girl.
When he talks to the little girl, he's telling him about the book he's reading, where it's pretty much his life. Where it's just like, he's just like, at one point, this guy just like he gets like older and shittier, and he becomes more and more useless. And he just starts breaking down, and the girl thinks he's crying about the book, but it's really about his own life.
Yeah, and then it ends with her going, "I don't let anyone call me nicknames, especially pumpkin pie. But I'll let it go this time because I see you're quite disturbed."
I love that girl, dude. She did so well.
She stole the scene, dude.
Also, we haven't said much. Fucking Margot Robbie was fantastic too.
She was barely in it.
But like her, like the two scenes of her in the theater, I loved.
Oh yeah, when she's just
where it's like her, like actually just like reenacting her scenes and stuff in there just because she's so excited and just like her getting excited every time like the crowd would laugh.
I found it distracting though that they actually used. I was hoping they would refilm parts of that movie with Margot Robbie in it because it was obviously actual Sharon Tate in there. And it didn't really fit unless they used a lot of makeup. But it didn't look like Sharon Tate. So maybe they just did a really good job and I didn't notice it. But I'm pretty sure that was just Sharon Tate.
But that was also one thing I liked was the amount of archived, not just footage but audio that Quentin got for this movie.
Sure.
Like, and not like to the point of during the end credits, it had the fucking Batman bat phone contest that they had go for like 3 days, 1 July in 1969.
Yeah.
Like, real obscure stuff you wouldn't think of, but like the second you hear it, you recognize it.
You probably heard it when he was a kid. That's probably why. Like, I want to put that in my movie. Also, I want to see feet.
Also, love the fucking minute-long Red Apple cigarettes ad.
Oh yeah, at the end, yeah.
I was like, I'm like, oh okay. And then I'm like, he's gonna hate it, isn't he? And then it's like, oh my, this stuff tastes like fucking shit. And who took this? I got a double chin. Who took this picture? Does anyone check this shit?
You know what? Actually, I just thought about it. Fuck this movie because it didn't have the dance.
No, I was gonna mention that to you. Is that they didn't like. I guess they cut it off. I thought that was gonna happen at the end or something. They were gonna cut it off and maybe do a little.
They had a scene where he's singing, which is nice. I like the singing.
Yeah.
But he didn't do the dance. Like, why'd you cut that out?
Well, you do the cringe dance.
Doing a little dance.
Everybody's favorite part was that fucking part. Fuck.
There's that.
0 out of 10. You fucked up.
All right, let's talk about the ending and then.
No, hold on. Kyle wanted to say something.
There's a really weird scene that I just like. Thing is just really weird. Is
him jumping up onto the roof? Is that what you're talking about? Because that immediately when that happened, I was like, "What? He's fucking Spider-Man?" Like, I get he's athletic, but the way he
and then they play like a whoosh sound.
But that's a little extra.
Yeah, I mean, I get people could do that, but he's 50-year-old Brad Pitt. He ain't gonna be fucking doing that
really quick,
shit.
One word I want to say that I love the Wilhelm scream being in the first 5 seconds of the movie.
Yeah,
with the film, right? It was during the.
What was weird?
Daddy-law.
Yeah.
Well, first off, just quickly, when Brad Pitt took his shirt off, like all the girls like, whoa, ho, ho.
That's weird. I went, oh.
No. The weird scene was with Cliff and Pussycat when she's like, do you want me to suck your dick? He's like, how old are you? It's like,
but again, it's like another reason why you're like, oh, he's not a shitty guy.
Sure, he's not a pedophile.
Anybody else would be like, yes, please, but not Cliff. He's a good guy. Well, he's complicated.
He's a trouble guy.
He's a trouble.
I mean, it's
a good guy unless you're a bitch.
There's no moments where like you're just like we're like, oh man, what a fuck guy. Because even when you go to the ranch, it's like, this is weird. I'm gonna check on my friend. No, he's fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna check on my friend.
I want to make sure he's okay, just in case, because this is weird.
It is fucking weird. And they're all standing outside looking at him.
They had like the scary music playing. Where there's like all.
You just see one girl with the long hair, just like. Just like, okay, this is it. I mean, I know horror movies weren't really. I mean, there were a thing back then, but not the kind of dumbass horror movies we have now. But it's.
Yeah, no, again, it just adds the fact that they're just fucking weirdos. Like they were never fucking some mastermind. They're just fucking weird.
Margaret Qualley was actually not that weird. Everybody else was fucking weird. Margaret Qualley was like the most normal one. She was like energetic and she was fucking like what?
She was like a regular hippie.
Yeah, she's just a hippie. Everybody else was like fucking like straight out of Hills Have Eyes, except they're not deformed.
I'm assuming like she's like new to the cult or whatever, so she's not like totally like fucking like brain warped yet.
I thought you were gonna say your favorite part was the part where she gets dropped off, and then I think it's Lena Dunham shows up.
Yeah.
And says, "Oh, good, you brought back pussy. We all love pussy."
We all love pussy. He's like, I hear that.
My theater fucking love that line.
Because Brad Pitt's so good. Usually, Brad Pitt doesn't sleepwalk in his roles, but he has a very similar like performance.
He hasn't been in a good movie in a while, huh?
Yeah, I think the last movie I saw him in was what was that fucking one movie where he was a spy?
Fury?
Oh, My Spy.
Allied?
Yeah, My Spy.
Allied?
I didn't see that movie, but that's the last time I remember him being in a movie.
I heard like he was okay.
He was probably in something else. I just don't remember.
He was in Deadpool 2, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he was the invisible guy.
The fraction of a second you see him.
I love that,
yeah. Which is funny. Someone asked him recently if he'd ever be in another superhero movie. I don't know what his answer was because I didn't click the article, but I thought that was funny.
And he's in Ad Astra coming up.
I know that's not out yet. Though. I got the trailer for that. The second trailer was way better than the first one. The first one was okay, but it was like that kind of trailer where you see it 5 more times and you're like, all right, I'm getting fucking sick of it. The newest trailer was pretty good for that. But I really like Brad Pitt in this. I thought he was great. I wish he had a little bit more when it comes to character because besides the whole backstory about his wife, I mean, he's like, hey, he's a good guy, friend, you know, and he's strong. I love the Bruce Lee scene. I thought that was great. Yeah. But
I still love that scene where he's consulting Brad in the parking lot.
Yeah.
It's like first he's like, here, take these sunglasses, put them on. Second, don't cry in front of the Mexicans. Third,
yeah. And then at the end where he's just like, yeah, I feel better. He's like, all right, give me the sunglasses. Come get him, motherfucker. And he just like,
Yeah.
He's like, all right, shit, okay.
yes.
Fucking kill his ass if we want to.
All right, let's go. Let's talk about the
I
ending
wanted
and
to
then move
see.
on.
Actually, here's just one thing I really wanted. Just one thing. I just wanted one more scene of him being a stuntman. That would have been nice.
They showed
Yeah,
him.
well, I'm really-
we didn't even get that. We didn't even get one scene. We just got to see
Yeah.
him.
I'm really interested.
No, we
in
got one
see-
scene of him in the car.
Yeah. Oh, he's.
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
yeah. Where it had an arrow.
Yeah, where it's Cliff. I'm really excited to see when the video release of this because I really want to see the full director's cut
Yeah.
because that's got to be at least another half hour of footage.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With judging by what he was saying and how much he cut.
It's probably gonna be a lot of Charles Manson stuff too. I would assume
We
because
didn't even get the one shot of him in the trailer.
him just like waving,
Yeah.
right? Like, yeah.
That was it.
Yep.
You said, "Hey, are the Polanskis home?"
I loved how
or is
creepy
that
he
the-
looked though when he looked back and you see him just go.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
pretty creepy.
He's
Oh,
a creepy, fucked up guy.
All right, let's talk about the ending.
I already talked about the ending.
We started off on a
didn't
race.
you want to talk
What?
about that, Kyle?
yeah. You wanted to talk about like why it was.
Well, I think what they ended up doing was infinitely preferable to like the worst thing they could have possibly
Yeah.
done, which was actually
Make
show
fun
it,
of it.
or like the subversion is he doesn't actually like show it like graphically or something like that.
Yeah, like maybe you
So-
just hear it inside their house or whatever because they're neighbors.
Yeah, and it ends on like a somber note. Like I didn't want that. I
I'm
think
glad
maybe-
they did. I'm glad he didn't do it because I know Quentin Tarantino from his films, and he will not. He will have it be fucking gory and messed up and slightly comedic, and that would not work. It worked for Django because it was set during slavery. It wasn't about a certain
And it's not so.
character.
It's not as
And also, it
specific.
was the slavers that were getting murdered. So it was just like, hell yeah.
I like that. Just the way you described that reminds me. It just picture Quentin Tarantino as that meme of that kid with the fucking vein in his head.
Oh, yeah. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's just like someone needs to die.
I have to do it. I have to do it.
Wait, actually, you did it perfect, Kyle. Do it again.
Hey,
now
I
he's just like-
made that thumbnail.
Yeah, I think.
Kyle's got that. You got your face, Chris.
I guess my only thing with it is like since it's so specific and it happened like not terribly long ago, and again it's such a specific event, and like they do all the lead up like pretty
Yeah.
accurately.
It's not
Like-
beating you over the head, though. It's not like it's
No.
gonna happen. Wait for it. You know?
I just like because by the end I'm like hell yeah, fuck those fucking assholes, those idiots. I'm still reminded like in real life like she's
They're
still got
garbage
fucking
people.
dead and all that stuff. So it's
she was
just like.
pregnant too, so yeah.
Like the best possible way they could have done it is just not have it at all, but also like what they did have was, you know, of course, really satisfying. And in the story itself, it makes a lot of sense, and it was very good.
And I'm sure. You said which Tate was the one that was like okay with Deborah Tate?
Yeah, Deborah.
Yeah.
That's her. I think that was her
Sister.
aunt.
Yeah. Okay. I'm surprised she's still alive.
And
But
maybe that was cathartic for her as well. And if that's the case, then.
But that's the thing,
we're
like,
all right.
is it really just to watch them get horribly murdered by Brad Pitt? Is that really that good?
As
Leonardo
someone who
DiCaprio?
was not part of it, that was satisfying to me.
Oh no, that was satisfying
Yeah.
in the movie. Don't get me wrong.
But like
As
super like.
somebody that lost somebody in real life, would that actually be satisfying just to see a movie version of those people? Like,
you
do
know
it?
what might be satisfying is
It'd be satisfying
hearing
in the
everyone cheer, knowing that hey, everyone else fucking hates these people.
If
too.
someone else
Yeah.
said like, "Yeah, fuck those guys," then maybe that would be satisfying.
Yeah, because it's like fucking putting a middle finger up to them, and making them jokes that they are.
because they're idiots,
But
they're
also-
dumb, they're fucking weird.
But
I wish
also
they were a little bit more of a joke in the movie. Just a
yeah,
little-
because also it's like, hey, they're a bunch of jokes, but those jokes also fucking killed my daughter or whatever, sister. So it's like
I don't know.
it's a
I
really
think I think it helped that
Yeah.
they gave Sharon Tate and Margot Robbie like they gave her the moments where she was like feeling her movie, she was having a good time, like she was always like in a good mood the entire movie, which was
Yeah.
probably also
Yeah.
nice to see too.
Yeah. So that was nice.
I'm a bit torn, but because he decided to have it be about the Manson murders at all. This is probably the totally best outcome they could have.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is easily like when it comes, because I guess he could have done it seriously, but then that would like completely serious, not even fuck around. But then that would kind of ruin the tone.
That'd be
like it would be so jarring that we went from like the
it's like I feel like tone shift is like an understatement for what that would be.
Yeah, unless he did it off screen or something, and you just hear about it, like
Whereas, you just see him walking up the road, and then it just cuts to the next day with like newspaper.
I was expecting something when they had the
like
long
was
cut.
out.
And the long cut above the house, and I was like, just end the movie, like right here. Just you gotta end it. Just don't do anything weird like last second.
Well, they did.
They did. I mean, you liked it.
That was a great final shot, though.
That was a great final.
When he walks into Leo walks into their house. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because I thought
shot, yeah.
Well, because the first time he gets dropped off at his house, he just goes on a rant about how he lives next door to them, but he can't. He moved. What was it? 6 months ago. Roman Polanski moved there, and he said like in 6 months I haven't said a fucking word to them.
Yeah. Well, they were gone. That's why.
Right next.
Well, no. He said even when he's there, it's like I haven't been to any of the parties or anything.
Yeah.
One time he was driving up and he looked over at me. Like that's as far as it got. It's like at the. It comes full circle where, it took him almost getting murdered to be the, catalyzer to actually get him over to that house.
Sure. But Roman Polanski's not there at that time anyway, so.
Fuck Roman Polanski, by the way.
Yeah. Definitely don't. Like, I like they treat him kind of like an asshole in this, too. Every time you see he like treats his dog shit.
He's weird.
He treats his dog like shit, too, at one point. He's just like, fuck off, and he throws the ball away. Now, that's not how you treat a dog, okay?
Yeah.
That's a bad man. Also, he did some other heinous shit.
He did some real bad stuff.
All right.
Well, his ass ain't coming over here anymore.
That was our talk on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Good movie, very
see
good movie.
It. I know it doesn't have Iron Man in it, but you'll like it.
Maybe it does.
It doesn't have a dumbass cat that. Hey, I know it's going to be really strange if you like The Lion King and you see a movie with no emotion on anybody's faces, because this one actually has people crying and emoting and stuff. So it's going to be really weird for you if you only like dumb dog shit like Lion King. I shouldn't say that because I didn't hate it, but it's just like, I don't know.
Well, there are people who will just see like one movie every 6 months.
Is there a big movie out now? Like
Lion King, I've heard that. I've
seen that before. I want to see it again.
Oh my god!
Except less soul. But whatever. This movie is great. Go see it. And if you don't want to see this, then fuck off.
Oh.
That's how I'm gonna end that right there. You want to see it? I don't want to talk to you.
All right.
There you go.
Trailer talk.
Right. Trailers.
They all suck.
Trailers.
First trailer we're talking about Jojo Rabbit.
Okay, well this one's quick.
Yeah.
I'll say my
I
shit.
liked watching Chris's reaction because he got so giggly at the fucking last.
The fuck?
Yeah, where he just shrugs his shoulders.
I love that. Anyway, what were you gonna say, Kyle?
No, I'll save my stuff for the very end. All right.
He didn't like it. That's why.
No, like the trailer. I thought was fine, but I've heard early reactions to the movie itself, so I'll say.
Oh, I heard early reactions too. I heard some of them were really good.
Yeah,
we'll get to it, or I'll say less.
Yeah. Well, my reactions say otherwise.
Yeah,
well, I didn't
from
see it. I didn't see it. I'll just
he heard it from somebody he actually knows.
I
hang out with these critics, my local newspaper.
I hang out with these cynics. I mean,
other
nice
fellow 20-year-old losers.
Yeah, other 20-year-old losers like myself. Anyway,
21.
Squeeze me.
Oh yeah, that's a big difference.
Anyway, talk about the movie. I think it looks pretty.
I think it looks really good. You know what? The only problem with the trailer is that Rebel Wilson's in it. Besides that, everything else is terrific.
Fuck Rebel Wilson.
I don't hate Rebel Wilson. I just don't like her at all. So
I will say the one thing I really love about this,
it's because she plays those roles I just don't like.
Yeah, and she's playing that role here. It's just like she's the fat. She's gonna yell and she's gonna be funny.
I wish she would do something. Just try to break out because she's so typecasted, and it's like, and then I don't even like not like her. It's like I just hate those kind of. I hate those roles in any movie though, where it's always like, the fat funny person just.
I'm the fat funny cat.
The issue with her is she's typecast, And it's not even she accepts it. She fucking welcomes it. That's the issue. Like, anyone else starts getting typecast, like, fuck it, I'm staying away from this role for years. Her, she's like, all right, it's bringing me money. I'll stick with it as long as I humanly can.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little hard for actors sometimes. And when the money makers are the ones where they're just being fat and stupid, then they'll go towards that one, of course. But Melissa McCarthy actually started to get away from that. And her more popular movies.
The other one, though. The other fat.
Oh, you're talking about
My pushy for barnyard animals.
Oh, Amy Schumer. She's not really an actress. I wasn't even thinking of her. I wasn't thinking of
She's
a fat
an
girl.
actress.
I wasn't thinking of a fat girl, but I was thinking of who's the other the comedic one. She was in a Kevin Hart movie recently. She's in every movie. Fuck, I forgot her name.
Taraji P. Henson.
No, it's
I know who you're talking about.
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah,
her. And she's in like some dramatic movie coming up soon with Melissa McCarthy, that kitchen movie. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks okay. That looks good. So, it's just I don't like Rebel Wilson because she doesn't try anything different.
No, she's not.
I remember the first time I ever
memorable.
saw her. First time I ever saw her in a movie was in the first Ghost Rider. you remember the first Ghost Rider? She was like a punk chick or whatever that.
Oh God, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I was just like ever since then I just didn't like her. Like, I don't know why. Bridesmaids didn't like her in that. There's another movie where she's fat and funny. I forgot what it was called, but it was one of those gross out comedies. You know what? I didn't mind her in that movie that came out earlier this year, the romance one where she's like in a romantic movie. She's trapped in
the Valentine's Day, Groundhog Day?
Yeah, isn't it romantic? Yeah, it's like that. That
sure
one was
isn't.
okay, but I don't know. Anyway, besides that, though, the trailer was great, and this is actually kind of similar to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where you take someone that's real and then make it into a joke, where they just take Adolf Hitler and they turn him into an imaginary friend for a kid, and he's a fucking idiot. He's just like this moron. That's the premise. It's like this moronic version of Hitler is his imaginary friend. And I like Taika Waititi's playing him. And he's really fun. That one scene at the end is really good.
The one thing I love the most about the thing I love the most about the trailer isn't even the trailer. It was that I saw the teaser came out, and then the next day on I saw it on Taika's Instagram. He put up a video of someone right after that trailer made a new fucking one of the Downfall memes.
Okay.
And it was basically a rant about how he's pissed that a Polynesian Jew is playing Hitler because he thought Polynesian was like a fucking chicken nugget sauce. And it basically ends with him saying, "We need a direct. Let's get me the director of Thor Ragnarok now. He can make real movies." Then it's just all them panicking.
All
right, Kyle, go ahead and talk about your early reviews.
All right, so
review.
Again, I haven't seen it, and I thought the trailer was good. Some friends of mine who are big Taika Waititi fans, they love Thor. They loved Hunt for the Wilder People.
They hated it.
Okay, they didn't think. They said it was like a 50-50 split with the audience too, because they said that some people found it like really, really funny, and like the other half were, and these are just random fucking people. The other half just did not. So maybe those people who did not find it funny at all, they said like it's really going to be like you're going to find it fucking hilarious or not. Right. So I don't know like what that really entails.
Maybe that's they just find
that might be Rebel Wilson.
They might just find that it's kind of offensive, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know, because I didn't. This happened like February, so I don't even really knew if there was much out there about what the movie was about. They said, "Oh, Taika Waititi movie, Thor. It's gonna be really just silly, funny," and maybe that wasn't a consideration. So I don't know.
Yeah, if you hear that and you're thinking Thor and What We Do in the Shadows, you're not going in expecting Nazis.
Yeah, and they said it was not like that kind of humor too, like. It says kind of like Wes Anderson like.
Yeah, that's what it kind of looked like.
Yeah, it felt like that.
This trailer definitely looked like Wes Anderson. Like it looked like if they just took Moonrise Kingdom and turned it into Nazi shit. It's just like they just mixed Nazi shit with Moonrise. It was Moonrise Kingdom.
Moonrise Kingdom.
Or basically, this is like Germany at the same period as Grand Budapest.
Yeah, Grand Budapest. I love Grand Budapest. That's a great movie. That might be my favorite one of his.
That's just right. I heard mixed opinions.
We'll
on it.
see.
We'll
see. It comes out October, not too long. It's coming. Yeah, it looks really funny, and him as Hitler, that has to be. That has to be.
It's a funny concept, so fuck it, I'm in either way.
Yeah, kid gets bullied, and he has Hitler.
I also. It was a simple thing. It's one of those small, simple things, but I love how when Hitler appears, he doesn't even refer to him as Hitler. He says, "Hi, Adolf."
Yeah,
it's just one of those small things where I just love how he refers to him as Adolf instead of Hitler, like everyone else.
It's his friend. That's why.
All right.
Of course.
Cool.
Cool
Times. All right. Next movie we got is Rocko's Modern Life. What's the subtitle again?
Static Cling.
Static Cling.
The original trailer came out like 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing it since, and finally we got a trailer, and it comes out August? September?
Yeah, it comes out the same day I think as Invader Zim,
which is crazy. Those are like the two Nickelodeon shows that I fucking adore. Like
there you go, you get two of them, and I heard the Invader Zim movie's really good. So
how do you know?
Because I saw it.
Whoa!
I heard it from myself. No,
holy shit.
There were people that saw it at some early thing on Twitter. I saw an article about it. There's a bunch of tweets from people that say they were fans. I don't know. Yeah, everybody says they're a fan of some, but
sure.
Yeah, I never believe it anymore. So I'm a huge fan of.
They busted their ass for 5 years being Invader Zim fans. So
yeah. I didn't go to the Invader Zim parking lot. I was gonna say. No, I was gonna say Invader Zim Park or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Bust my ass talking about Invader Zim for 25 years.
Yeah, but no, I think Rocko and Invader Zim both look great. Very, especially Rocko, like super close to how they originally looked.
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Really, really excited.
That's the one thing I remember is that everything had a very simple look to it, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's still weird. That's all I really remember from the city.
It was like a midway point between Ren and Stimpy and SpongeBob.
Yeah,
it had like
it was definitely more kid friendly.
If you look well, there's a lot of adult humor in there that.
Oh yeah, lots of innuendos and stuff.
They had the whole. I remember with Rocko, they had the whole episode where he went to a nudist beach and he's constantly trying to. He keeps losing the censor bar and has to go back and get it.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
He had a job at a sex hotline place too.
I remember that episode too.
Oh baby, Rocko.
And then the
wasn't the frog? The frog was one of them.
The restaurant's always the restaurant's called Choky Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love fucking that might be my favorite Tom Kenny character is fucking Heifer because he has such a weird voice. That's an amazing fucking voice. I love fucking Heifer.
I love the concept of this though. It's a fun concept. I think
it is like they've been going for 20 years and they came.
Now this is what modern life is now. Look how much it's fucking changed.
He's like, oh boy, iPhone 10's out.
Yeah, I like that joke got me where it was like, cool, the iPhone 10. iPhone 11, yeah!
They were right back in.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it, and it's coming real soon. And the art style looks great. Like sometimes with these revivals, they might lose some soul, I guess you could say, or the thing that made the original series spark since it's been so long, they don't really get the feel of it. But this looks really fucking accurate and exciting to see.
Oh, are you saying that it's good they didn't do a live action CG remake of it?
What? I want a live action.
They could have done it. They could have done a CG.
Make me a live action of this.
All the frogs just look like frogs. There's no motion. It's like
I want Mrs. Big Head's voice out of a frog.
Rocko.
Rocko. That'd be funny for 14 seconds. Kyle has a big head, so you can put a live action big head.
Yeah.
Anything else to say about it?
Looks really good. Invader Zim, the trailer wasn't really.
Yeah, we don't talk about it. They're literally
it's a teaser.
Which is funny because they already had a trailer that came out last year, so why you tease it? We already saw some of it.
The thing with Invader Zim is it could go in a less great direction because the show ended off before it was supposed to be completed, and apparently they finished it with comics 20 years later, or 15 years later, or whatever. And so like there's a lot of stuff, like a lot of loose ends and stuff. I don't even know if they're gonna address that or anything. But I fucking love Invader Zim.
Invader Zim.
A whole lot. So
I was
fucking
a fan of that.
So fucking great. It's so
I'm just
different.
glad all these original shows that either didn't have conclusions or kind of got ended short. I mean, ended too early or whatever, or just people want to see them again just for a little bit, like Rocko's Modern
Hey
Life.
Arnold.
Samurai
It's
Jack.
just like Samurai Jack, baby. Like
Hey Arnold,
that
too.
came
They
back
had
and
that
wrapped
movie.
that bitch up. Hey Arnold, yeah, they had a Hey Arnold movie recently.
That was
Rocko,
good.
of course, Invader Zim. I'm sure there's
Rugrats.
a
I'm glad there's
Rugrats.
I'm glad there's
Was there a
obviously
Rugrats thing?
I'm glad there's obviously
Rugrats
a
Go
market
Wild.
for it too.
Rugrats Go Wild. It was like 2002, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like
God,
5
that
years
was-
after the show ended.
Okay. I meant recently, but okay. Like almost 20 years ago. It's like, yeah, it's,
All right, next
Yeah,
movie.
no.
Next trailer.
A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
I heard this movie is great. So.
Yeah, it looks fucking. That's gonna be the movie you see, and you settle down. You're like, "Where's my tissues?" Not because
Yeah, I was gonna
not
say,
not like
yeah.
that. No, I was talking about jacking it.
If the movie's nearly is anything as good as the fucking trailer, it's gonna fuck me and a lot of people up emotionally.
Yeah, I hope it gets snubbed too. Do it. No balls.
Fuck you, no balls.
I'm so fucking mad about that. Did you end up watching it, Chris?
No, I don't need to. I cry every day. So it's just,
It's sad tears, but you know, same thing.
yeah. Well, yeah, most of the time. Sometimes they're angry tears.
when
Fucking
you're
lies.
masturbating. When you're
Sorry.
masturbating.
Ooh, they fucked the Lion King up. Why is Tracer still on Overwatch?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, there's
so-
so many moments in the trailer. Did you still have Tracer, by the way?
She's somewhere.
She's chilling.
She's my jizz pile.
Oh,
He's still,
He's
he's
what he
still,
used to
he's
clean
still,
up.
he's still
Tribute.
trying to tribute it. It's
Yeah,
tall, so it's
tribute.
taking a while.
I got like a big glass case for it.
you take all the things out of your glass case, all the figures out, put Tracer.
It's dissolved. It's like, I mean, it's only cardboard.
All
so-
right, speaking of Mr. Rogers,
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful.
Tributing Mr. Rogers in
Oh,
the best
no,
way.
I don't like
There-
tribute.
there's so many.
The most wholesome moment of this whole podcast is when we get the fucking most perverted shit coming out.
there's a lot of moments in this trailer too, like specifically even the subway scene where you're just like, oh god
Oh.
damn it.
Dude, when he goes, like, you just hit all the low keys on the piano, bong, and then it comes back later, it goes, bong.
And
I'm like,
Chris is like, I do that. That's fun.
I go, bong.
For me, it wasn't even that. It was when he fucking started, he was putting on his sneakers. I was like, oh god, here comes the fucking childhood come back.
Neighbor. It's like Tom Hanks looks nothing like Mr. Rogers, but he fucking
It sounds
killed it.
nothing like him, yet he still
There's
gets
two
that fucking
scenes.
emotion.
There's two scenes where he looks like Mr. Rogers, and that's like the profile shot towards the end where he's like kneeling down, and I was just like, yeah, did they just use footage of Mr. Rogers because it looked just like him? I was like, whoa.
They
and then
just
the nurse
Dragon
shot-
Ball fuse.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fusion ha.
CG's getting really good.
Yeah, yeah, look at Lion King.
Yeah, look like Mr. Rogers is there. He's like, hello, cat. Are you my friend? I guess.
Hello, cats.
Oh, no. That's CG. It's
Oh, that sent Adrian away.
Adrian's gone. He said cat.
Oh,
He's
cats.
like, yeah, pet my cat.
Ah, here's a cat.
I love cats. Anyway.
We love pussy.
Like, don't we all? Whatever he said of it. But anyway,
yeah.
it's stuff about pussy and stuff. Let's talk about
Mr. Rogers.
I don't
Rogers.
know why this reminded me. Remember this is gonna be off tangent, but remember
He
in
just
Lion
pulls
King?
up the decapitated head of
remember
Rogers.
Lion King where we talked about how one of the things that we liked most about Lion King was that Pumbaa was gross as fuck and he was like unmarketable, but that was like part of his charm.
Yeah.
Speaking of unmarketable, look at this ugly asshole. I love it.
Oh, well, they made him look cute.
Why?
Yeah, they made him look cute though. He doesn't look horrible.
Put a diaper on it and Kyle will love it.
He looks like a
that
Oh yeah, there you go.
was so.
He does look like-
hilarious.
he does look like
that
the
was so
Hellboy guy.
fucking funny. I want to watch that scene again.
Yeah, it's just like I can't remember the fucking scene now. What was the scene?
The boar like shrunk himself into a baby.
Oh yeah, he became a baby. And we're talking about Hellboy. We should be talking about the Mr. Rogers movie. We were talking about Hellboy.
I like how that's like the one trailer. We just keep going off tangent with it.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, but
What's that talking about?
I like anything with Mr. Rogers, dude. Fuck it, it's the most wholesome person. Fucking
Tom Hanks is great.
You know, I just saw a funny meme picture. Did I retweet it? It was just it was Mr. Rogers sitting with Thanos saying, maybe there's enough room in the universe for all of us.
Hey, you big purple idiot! It's like, come on. He didn't say that. He wouldn't call him that. He'd go in like a swimming pool with Thanos and like chill out or whatever. Anyway, I thought the trailer was really good. It was a really nice trailer. It's and it's not like the kind of trailer I thought it would be, where it's like really pulling at your heartstrings, but in like a corny way. It was kind of like well set up. The trailer, it was well constructed, and it didn't seem like it's not like A Dog's Way Home or some shit, or no, not that one. What's the other one where the dog keeps dying? That
Dog's
one
Purpose.
where they have there you go, where they have the trailers like, oh no, he died and I'm sad now. This one's like sad, but in like and because you love Mr. Rogers, and every time Tom Hanks shows up as Mr. Rogers with the sweater and shit, you're just like, oh my god. The only thing I'm worried about is I hope they don't I hope they don't focus too much on the news reporter guy, which I'm sure they probably will focus on him quite a bit, because he's supposed to be like some kind of, he's I'm gonna fix you.
What's gonna happen is it's gonna be fucking every time he appears on screen, it's just someone in the audience just gonna start having fucking PTSD flashbacks of their childhood watching Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Fucking like these Vietnam era flashbacks of them just sitting there watching the show, but all fucking terrifying and shit.
Now they need to make a Bob Ross movie.
Bobby Ross.
Hey, that Mr. Rogers documentary from last year was really good.
I know. We just talked
about that for a little while.
We were just talking about it. I didn't watch it, but I'm sure it's great.
Wait, really? You should watch it.
It never came to my theater, and by the time it came out here, I was already catching up with other shit. So
I already stopped there.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah, maybe I'll watch it right before this movie. I think that's like perfect timing. Perfecto. We're perfecto.
Right.
So November comes out. Watch out. What comes out in November?
Watch out. That's the tagline.
Watch out.
Call of Duty. Watch out.
Taglines. Watch. No, actually, it comes out in October. No, there's a movie coming out in November. Whatever it is, watch out. Frozen 2, watch out. I think that comes out in November.
All right. Anything else to say about it?
Watch out.
Roach.
Watch your ass.
Last movie we're talking about, Zombieland 2.
Okay, the sequel we all wanted.
I like how they're definitely heavily leaning in on, look at all these actors, they're huge now.
Yeah, right? In the span of the last 10 years, they all got nominated or won. So, 10 years. It took them that long just to
like
make
the trailer. Chris actually called me in the middle of me watching it. He heard me crack up at the very end. I thought the end was it was obviously what we were saying. It was.
Oh, they did it already. But
but I mean, whatever. It's dumb fun.
Whatever. Ripping their movie out. It's fine. Oh, Kyle's he's leaving. Oh, he has it. Wait, what are you doing? Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Keep going.
He's doing something stupid.
He's bored.
Oh, because he doesn't want to talk about Zombieland 2 trailer.
Oh, he's doing another bit. That's it. Oh, okay.
All right.
You know what? You know what word starts with bit, and is what he is right now? No, that's not what I was gonna say. Actually,
Bitcoin.
Kyle, you're acting like a Bitcoin right now.
Such a fucking Bitcoin.
Yeah, you're fluctuating all
transparent.
over the place, dude.
Yeah, stop fluctuating. Rise of a Leading Man. Oh, look, you got the freaking the little thing that they got
a thing. Isn't that adorable?
I already saw like 25 pictures of those on Twitter, so you can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think of the trailer?
Of what again? Oh, Zombieland 2. Yeah. I don't know. It's a little too late, and it didn't make me laugh that much, really. It made me giggle, I guess. I don't know. It was a very like in-your-face trailer, which is kind of annoying. It's just like Woody Harrelson saying shit to the camera. It's like, I don't know. It's just, I don't care. It's fine. I'm sure the movie's gonna be terrible. I just have a feel like after waiting so long for a sequel, I know it's from the same guys that wrote it, same director, and it has the same cast, obviously. But after waiting so long, like look at like Bad Santa, look
Zoolander
at
2,
Hot Tub Time Machine, Zoolander 2.
Jesus Christ!
The only one that actually kind of worked was Anchorman 2, and even that was just like you have to go in there with knowing exactly what you're gonna get, which is just Anchorman again. But it's just, I don't know. It could be good. I just don't think the trailer was amazing. The end part's funny, and I don't know. I don't want to hate on it. There was like no zombies in the trailer. You see them and they're CG, and they look like shit. That was it.
Yeah, that was something I noticed. And I know it's still early and they're still gonna fix and stuff, but a lot of this CG in this trailer just look.
I don't even think I don't think they're gonna fix it. I think the budget just is probably really small because the original movie had a very small budget, and I doubt Sony's gonna friggin'. I'm pretty sure it's Sony. So, whoever fucking made the shitty movie. I'm sure they're not dumping too much money into it because like the first one did well, but not extremely well. It did good. That's why they didn't get a sequel 2 years later, besides 10 years later, because it did well enough, but not like so well. Like get another one out quick. The guys that wrote that wanted to write Deadpool, so I mean that's good. You know, they got the same guys that wrote Deadpool writing this, and it's the same director, so could be good. But I don't think the trailer was amazing. I was looking forward to the movie, and I saw the trailer. I was like, looks like a straight to DVD movie.
Ooh.
Or straight to Netflix, I guess.
Damn, dude.
It definitely looks like a straight to Netflix movie.
Yeah.
I saw that, and I was expecting it to have the big N logo at the end, where it like zooms in and it goes white and has the N Netflix. Didn't though, so I was like, all right, it's coming to.
Well, I could tell you the moment I got worried. I liked the first one, but
I really like
when it came out, I liked the first one. Watching it now, I don't like the first Zombieland.
Yeah.
This one got me worried, where with a lot of like the stuff they were saying and the CG and stuff, I thought to myself, there was a moment where it reminded me of Jeepers Creepers 3, and the second that thought crossed my mind, I was like, oh, this isn't gonna go well.
I mean, Jeepers Creepers 3 was so low budget, and it was made by a piece of shit, dumb dickhead director. This is from the guy that made Venom, so it's got to be good.
Gangster
Alright, so that was a podcast.
Yeah, just that was absolute silence.
What?
Alright. No,
Hold on, I didn't even get to say anything.
You played your cards, me. Oh, I'm bored of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you know that
the second you started taking out fucking magazines to humble brag.
You know that that Spy Pigeon movie that's coming out like in December?
Will Smith?
Is it Will Smith?
Will Smith voicing.
Yeah.
Right.
Will Smith and Tom Holland.
At my AMC, ever since I've been going to AMC for A-list, there's always this big cardboard cut. You'll see. There's this big cardboard cutout of the pigeon, and it's like a holographic thing. It's like, oh, Will Smith, then pigeon. I would rather see that movie than Zombieland 2. I'd rather see that movie like 5 times than see Zombieland 2.
That movie 5 times, eh?
Zombieland, I fucking hate that movie.
I don't see
so
why.
Fuck Zombieland 2.
I don't see
Out of
why
principle.
you hate Zombieland 1.
Unfunny.
I don't see how, you can find it not funny.
Not funny, not interesting, just a fucking
Well, Chris, keep in mind, he thinks the What We Do in the Shadows movie is terrible also.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yes.
I thought it was okay.
That's not what when I brought it up, you said it was terrible, the jokes are horrible, it's not funny at all.
I didn't say that. I don't love it, that's for sure. I think it's okay. It's like a 3 out of 5 for me. It's okay.
Okay.
That's 3 higher than what he gave it when I asked you in one of the calls not too long ago.
Well, he gave Black Panther a 1 out of 5. So he's already racist.
He gave it a 3.
But yeah, but that's because
he's racist.
Back people.
Because racist.
I gave it 3.5 out of 5. The 7 out of 10.
Oh no, you're more not racist than I am, though.
Like one of the more watchable.
You're more not racist.
I gave it a 4 actually. So.
Alright.
I gave Captain Marvel a pretty low score though.
That's like a 4 out of 10 at best.
Oh, 4. I think I said 4 out of 5. I was like, whoa, you like that movie now? Like,
Yeah.
It's a contemporary
Hey,
masterpiece.
you think I've lost my marbles?
Yeah.
No.
All right, box office.
I don't think your ass had them.
You were sane at any fucking point.
We don't really have any box office stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's doing pretty well. It's gonna make like 45 million,
Just rapid.
which will be the highest.
we only have, we only really have
I'm
any.
not done. I'm not done. Shh. I'm doing it real quick. If it makes like $45 million, it's gonna be the highest. I think the highest non-Django Quentin Tarantino.
No, Inglourious Basterds is still their number one.
No, I think it's like 30. million.
No, they already said this is his Once Upon a Time's his biggest opening.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Django did like 50 million in its first weekend, but
No.
maybe it's 30.
No, this one,
No,
it was. This one, I think they said it's on track for 41 million.
Yeah,
40 to 45 million. I think Inglourious had like 39 million. And that was his highest opening.
I want to see how much Django opened to.
What I want to know
It opened to 30, but it came out on Christmas. That's why it did really well. Django. So,
Django. That's a
Django.
good-ass movie.
It is a good ass movie.
Django.
That's probably my top 3.
I will. Yeah, the
Django.
with Django, the hood scene is still the KKK scene is still one of my favorite scenes from any of his movies.
Yeah.
When they're all there just complaining about the holes in their masks.
All right, Gore.
The bar scene was great.
I have a box office question for you. I'm going to need you to check it out, all right?
Where's Ugly Dolls?
Where is Ugly Dolls? In the
It's
box
not on
office?
there anymore.
It's gone, bro.
It must have made like $5 at
like
like a
almost
cheap
3
theater
months.
somewhere.
Well, I don't know if it did. Fucker.
Actually, it's out on Blu-ray right now.
Holy shit. Ugly Dolls past Avengers.
I
Thank you.
saw a post on Facebook from a group where someone posted a picture of the Alita Battle Angel Blu-ray and said, "I heard a lot of good things. Should I go check this out in theaters? It's at the theater 2 hours away." I'm like,
What?
I'm like, that's not in your theater anymore. So definitely don't drive 2 hours to it.
You know what? It wasn't at all in my theater, obviously, because it's 5 months old. But like 2 months ago, for some reason, they brought it back in IMAX 3D in my theater, and that was like 3 months after it came out. And fucking
that
Avengers
just happened with Regal. Just I think this week it's been showing Booksmart again.
They did put it back in.
Yeah, but that's Booksmart.
That's Booksmart.
All right, that was a podcast.
I was talking about
our extremely short, hour-and-a-half long podcast.
That's shorter than the last one. The last one was 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Well, we had Comic-Con and like 12 trailers to go through.
I'm gonna go look and see how long. When was the last one that was shorter than this?
The last one was 2.5 hours.
The last one that was really short was like a month ago.
Wait, is our thing over?
It's almost.
Why? Well, you got something to say? Go ahead and say it.
I imagine our completely defunct top 10 list was a fairly short one.
Yeah.
Defunct.
Sure.
Number 1. John.
Well, no Toy Story, no Midsummer, no Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That the whole fucking list is basically fucked now.
Adrian wants me to save it for when he's gone. And I'm just like, I don't.
He wants to save it for next week.
You should have put that up like
No Hobbs and
immediately.
Shaw, no Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Toy Story, Midsummer. Half that list is fucked.
Not like Hobbs and
It doesn't
Shaw.
matter, just as long as we put some up.
No Hobbs and Shaw set. Oh, we can't talk about Hobbs and Shaw.
I guess we could, but he ain't gonna be here. And Adrian not being here, he's the only like a little fan.
All this.
Little
Fucking
fan.
love Fast and Furious.
And I'm
dude.
recording it.
Yeah, but you like it in like a generic, silly way. Like, oh, it's goofy. He thinks they're like Oscar-worthy movies. So
Yeah, Kyle.
I don't think they're goofy. The fuck?
oh, you think they're serious movies?
Alright.
Oh yeah,
They're
Hey, you know
That's
what's
why
funny?
they're goofy.
It's for
Too
for a
Fast, Too
podcast-
Furious, where they're having like a.
I love all of them except the fourth one.
for a podcast that we talk about 2 movies that we actually enjoyed. It's pretty good timing that we made because the last couple ones that have been short were the let's see, we just had it here. It's the Avengers re-release. This is how you title it, the last ones. The Avengers Endgame re-release and Charlie's Angels trailer. That was shorter than this, but I mean,
Yeah.
The other one.
I looked at the timestamps to see which ones we actually.
Wait, are we still going?
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we said that
one
twice
prior
now.
is the Dark Phoenix movie.
Yeah. Where it was just Kyle that saw it at the time.
Yeah. So for
Did anybody
podcasts
see
that we
that?
talk about 2
I saw it.
movies, that's good.
I saw it I saw a week after we recorded though.
All right, that was a podcast.
Fuck you.
Hey,
I go to bed now.
Roach.